What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to do something a little bit different that I have not done before because, well, I have a combiner to deal with. Though, due to YouTube time travel, this is actually done before everything. So this is part of the setup. So in a way, this is going to be like a T.A.R.O video, or as I call it, a transformer rollout, except this is actually going to be breaking down a combiner. And then I'm also going to be doing the same thing when it comes to the actual individual bots. So I'm going to do an individual bot breakdown of transforming them from combiner mode to bot mode so we can actually end up starting the video. So as it is with a lot of my T.A.R.O videos, we're actually starting out at the end. It's a little bit weird. So in this video, I'm just going to show you how to break down the Superion into the individual bots. And then I'll do separate, shorter videos for, well, not really shorter, but separate videos for getting each of the different bots back to their bot mode from their limb mode. Cool? Do we understand? Okay. Now I have my spudger handy because I'm sure I'm going to need it. Also, if you have the like G1 kind of chest here attached, you know, you're fine. But in this case, you know, if you don't have it stuck on there, you know, just pull it off, because it'll hang on there fairly well on its own. Now, also, my tripod is kind of limited to its height at the moment, so I can't go too much higher, but that's okay. We're not going to be looking at a whole lot here. So, for the most part, you can leave the torso alone, but we want to spin around. Whoa. I keep forgetting he's got those sticky things on the feet, which sort of hold everybody together. Or rather, keep him from sliding, so it makes it a little bit awkward. Also, I think the hips... Yeah, okay, the hips were slid back. So let me tilt this up. Okay, hold on, I'm just gonna... Okay, so here we are. We're back up here, up at the head, and there's a little guy right here. Back of the head that clips onto those two little posts. The other thing is none of my lights can go this high, so it's gonna be a little hard to see what I'm doing necessarily. I'm trying to remember. I don't believe there's actually anything holding Silverbolt in. So let me. Oops. How about we don't do that? Although that does allow us to see a little bit. I'm trying to remember. Does he have anything? Actually, no, just kind of have to pick up here and just kind of wiggle him out, I guess. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he doesn't actually get held in by anything, so I'm like, why is he stuck? Okay. Oh, that's right, he's on a slidey bit here. So there's your chunk of Silverbolt. Let's get it back to its combined block. So this is your box-shaped jet. Is it a box-shaped jet or a jet-shaped box? It's one of those. So that's that. And there's not a ton you can do for that part. Okay, so while we're back here, we're gonna also come up here, rotate this block up, and then slide out this guy. And yes, I still don't know their names offhand. Before I do the full review here soon, I'll do some tiny bit of research and get their full names. So there's that one. And then now the torso is just as it is. You don't have to do anything. You can technically fold the head in, and you can fold these parts in, and fold that up. I guess in theory you could rotate the head. As far as I know, there's no like group storage for anything. Also, he slides in here. So now we're gonna come down. All right. And at the knees, I'm gonna pull these guys out, and then I'm trying to recall how those stick in. If I'm honest, I don't remember, so I'm just gonna pull somewhat gently down, I guess. Or they slide in. I think they this. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forget. Big old tabs back here. You have to forgive me. It's been like a week since I messed with this guy. So come back here, break all this off, slide that back, and pull it out. I forgot about that. So you've got the big old tabs and all here. So it's a super secure thingy. You just gotta remember that it does that because it helps. So pull that back, slide that out, and in a lot of ways that's so much easier than Devastator was. We're gonna run into several issues along the way, but essentially that gets us our torso completely separate, and now I can set that aside until I do the main review. And from there, well, you gotta lower the camera a bit more, or at least aim it downward. So we can come down here, and this front part of the thing has a couple tabs right there, and then you can sort of slide that forward. However, what you really want to do is split the legs ever so slightly, and that will get your foot removed. And once again, you can see the rubber pad slidey things. And then there's our leg. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Flip that down. Kind of slide that back a little. You don't have to slide that back, it's just something I do. And then you just crack it like an egg. And then everybody goes back to normal, so to speak. It's like, though at this point, it might be difficult to snap that back together. So there's your jet leg. Not lag, jet leg. Set the feet aside, and then we grab an arm from here, and this part's pretty easy. Just want to pop that off and pull that out. And I'll mention this in the main review, but I actually had to trim these little raised areas down because I literally could not fit it in the peg. So that kind of goes along with a lot of the QC issues you'll hear me bringing up during the main review, and probably during transforming these guys. Which one specifically? Oh, it's the next one. So this one in particular, as we get there, and I don't know, depending on, well, yeah, you'll see this later. I don't know. I don't know what order these are going to release, technically speaking. This guy right here has probably the worst QC problem out of all of them, and it's going to require me to fix things. Now, at the time of filming this, I have not fixed it. So that will be an interesting little inset to that particular video. Also, watch out, those are pointy. That actually just kind of hurt my finger, so to speak. And then you can just kind of collapse the elbow, and then once again you end up with a jet limb, as it were. I might get rid of this for doing the reviews just because it might be easier. So we bring out all the different bots, like so, and our block of a jet, and that's it. That's it for deconstructing the Superion video. So of course, at this point, make sure you go watch all of the individual reviews. If you haven't yet, go watch the actual combiner video. This might be attached to the combined video as a breakdown instead of the other thing, but just know I'm doing this first, as funny as that is. And then from here, I'm going to do the individual transformations back to robot mode as a separate video from the originals. So that'll give us plenty of things to look at. So I'll see you guys there. Remember, as always, to transform and make a pile.